A dark line moves across your sidewalk. Hundreds of ants. Perfect formation. The path curves around a pebble, continues toward food they've never seen 100 feet away. That 100 feet? For an ant, it's like a human walking 5 miles blindfolded through forest. These ants are nearly blind. Each weighs less than a single raindrop. Their brains are microscopic. They're not following the ant ahead of them. You could remove the first 50 ants right now. The column wouldn't hesitate. They're not remembering the way. Brand new workers join mid-March with absolute confidence. They're following something you cannot see. And you'll understand why your GPS works exactly the same way. For centuries, scientists were baffled. Early researchers thought ants were following each other visually. But when they removed the leading ants, the columns continued without hesitation. Others believed it was memory that ants learned routes. But brand new workers would join existing trails and march, confidently toward food they'd never encountered. The truth was invisible. Ants were following chemical highways in the 1950s and 60s. Scientists like E.L. Wilson discovered that ants communicate through pheromones, chemical signals secreted from glands in their bodies. When a foraging ant finds food, it drags its abdomen along the ground, laying down a trail of scent molecules. Other ants detect this chemical signature with receptors on their antennae and follow it with absolute precision. But here's the problem. Every single ant is leaving a pheromone trail. Why isn't the ground just covered in conflicting scent paths? Why don't they get hopelessly confused until the whole colony is wandering in circles? The answer lies in chemistry and time. To an ant, a fresh pheromone trail is overwhelming, like standing next to a bonfire, compared to a distant candle. When that first scout finds food and returns home, its trail lasts 30 to 40 minutes before evaporating. A few nearby ants investigate. If they find food too, they add their own pheromones. The signal gets stronger each time. The trail becomes a beacon. Trails that lead nowhere. They fade within minutes. The scent dissolves. The system cleans itself. But here's what's fragile. A single drop of rain can erase an entire highway instantly. So can a swipe of vinegar. In seconds, thousands of ants lose their map completely. The organized columns scatter. Ants wander in circles, antennae searching desperately for a signal that's vanished, colliding with each other as the formation disintegrates into confused individuals, moving in every direction at once, until new scouts venture out and rebuild the chemical road from scratch. And here's where it gets unbelievable. Ants solve optimization problems without thinking. When two paths lead to the same food, the shorter route gets reinforced faster because ants complete round trips more quickly. They deposit pheromones at a higher frequency. That efficient path grows stronger, while the longer one gets weaker and disappears. Your phone has more in common with an ant than the supercomputer. That sounds insane. But here's why it's true. Supercomputers solve problems through brute force, calculating every possible option. Your GPS can't work that way. There are too many variables. So in the 1990s, computer scientist Marco Dorigo watched ants and realized they'd already solved it. How to route information efficiently without calculating everything. He created ant colony optimization algorithms that work exactly like pheromone trails. When your GPS reroutes you around traffic, it's running digital scouts down multiple routes simultaneously, measuring which complete fastest, then strengthening those paths, just like ants reinforcing shorter trails with more pheromones. Today, DHL uses these algorithms to plan delivery routes across continents. Telecommunications companies redirect internet traffic with them. NASA used them for robot swarm coordination. The principles are identical: no central controller, self-correcting networks, paths that optimize through repeated reinforcement. The next time you see ants marching in formation, you're watching a solution 100 million years older than human civilization. A distributed intelligence with no leader. A network so sophisticated that billion-dollar companies study it to optimize their operations. And tomorrow, they'll build it all over again.